Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello. I don't know if you can hear me. Perfect. Hello. Good to see you all to our Dutch course. I will first introduce myself. Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm the connector trainee from the Student Hotel Maastricht. Currently, I'm at one of our meeting rooms in Colab. Feel free to open your camera so we can see everybody, but it's of course not mandatory. For the ones that are new to the Student Hotel, welcome to our community. I don't know also if you're from the students that checked in recently. If that's the case, welcome to you as well. If you take over the mic, feel free also to tell us something about yourself, or I don't know if you would like to use the chat and tell us where you're from. It's always nice to meet everyone, learn something about everyone, communicate. Today, this is our third course, but if you're joining for the first time, don't worry. Igor, our Dutch teacher, is amazing, and he will help you understand everything, even if this is your first course. Just wanted to remind you before we start, this class is recorded. You can also use the chat to ask questions, or you can raise your hand digitally. I don't know if you have any questions before we start, but if not, Igor, the class is yours.
Thank you very much, Sophia. Yeah, just let us know if you have any questions before we start, maybe about the Learner portal or the Dutch language in general or something else. Feel free to ask it. You can use the chat box or your microphone. And if not, then we just start slowly with the third lesson. So today's topic is travel and culture. Actually, my favorite topic because I love to travel. So I'm excited about it. And I want to mention that the Student Hotel is the sponsor for the Dutch lessons. So we can all be together to learn Dutch. En ja, ik hoop dat jullie klaar zijn voor de les. Dan kunnen we beginnen. Oké, hebben jullie je koffie, je thee? We zijn nu met een kleine groep. So we are today with a small group. So I hope we can make it a bit more interactive. Feel free to practice Dutch with me. And yeah, let's start. All right. So we start first a bit with the homework check. So it's some assignments that we had during the previous lesson. Okay, I see Sylvia. I can turn on the camera now, so but follow ever. Okay, no worries. Okay, so we have the first assignment from the previous lesson that was especially about the market and restaurants. So I will pinpoint some pictures here, and yeah, I would like to ask someone to do the assignment. Do we have someone that wants to volunteer? So I will just point some pictures, and then you can say how it's called in Dutch. If you...
Is it Art Bay? Art Bay?
Ja, dus de eerste is aardbei. Ja, heel
Aardbei.
goed. En wat is de tweede?
I know how you spell it. It's just like UI, right? Ui.
Ui, ja, heel goed. Yeah, so also everyone, you can also use the chat. That's also fine. Ui. So this one's very hard to pronounce. So, ui. Ui. Okay, en wat is dat? Rode, ja. Tomaat. Tomaat. Of meer tomaten, more tomatoes. Tomaten. All right. En wat is dat? Lekker in de zomer. Nice for the summer. Similar to the English language. Water. Say the first part, water. It's really similar. You can also use the chat box if you want to. Yeah, it's maybe not so common too. I mean, we have it in the Netherlands, but maybe we don't eat it every day. Watermeloen. Watermeloen. Watermelon, right? Watermeloen. Okay, and what is that? A bottle of wine. How do we say it in Dutch? Give you some time to think about it. You can also write if you want to.
Do you say een flesje wijn?
Yeah, you can also say flesh, but usually we say a flesh wine. So it's more a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And flesje, it's more like diminutive. So it's a small bottle.
Okay.
Flesjes, it's more a pocket one, you could say. Like more the flesje wine and flesh wine. Yeah. Okay, heel goed. And what is that? I mean, the fries. It's very important in the Netherlands to know that. Ja, heel goed. Patat. And you can say patat met. So it's a bit kind of slang, street language. So that means, yeah, fries with mayonnaise. You can say patat, let me say patat oorlog. Oorlog means actually war in the Netherlands because you have and the fries, and you have the onions and also the pinda sauce. I'm not sure how it's called in English, but I think pinda sauce. So it's also very popular. And you have also patat zonder, without anything. Okay, and what is that? And similar to the English language also. Ja, heel goed. Een appel. Een appeltje. And that, to make the fridge cold. Niemand weet het. Het is een, even kijken, 3 letters. 3 letters. We eten het in de zomer, maar je hebt het ook in de koelkast. So we eat it in the summer. It's also in the fridge. It's the opposite from hot. Ja, heel goed. Ijs. Ijs. Okay, an ijsje, that's more like an ice cream. So when you order one, you can say ik wil ijs, or you can say ik wil een ijsje. I want ice, or I want ice cream. All right, and we have 2 left. So what's that? What is that? Ja, heel goed. Bananen, bananen. And the last one? Very healthy.
Is it the same as in English? Do you say broccoli?
Broccoli. Yeah, it's actually the same. Yeah. So it's I would call it a bit a free word, so you don't need to learn it. Actually, also for others, if you want to learn Dutch vocabulary very fast, you can also just type on Google Dutch words that are the same as in English, and then you get a list of maybe 1,000 words that you know already. So that's also nice to speed up the process, because there are a lot of words actually from the English language. Maybe if someone is from Germany or France, then you have also similar words. So that's quite nice. All right, so we go to the next one. So here we have some verbs, and the idea is to translate it into the Dutch language. So maybe I will ask someone to do the assignment. So do we have someone that maybe wants to volunteer? Someone that's quite all right with grammar? But I will help you out, of course, so no worries. Just the translation of the verbs. I will check a bit who we have in the chat. Maybe Tara, do you want to try this one?
I know no Dutch. I couldn't help you. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. We will practice later also. So, and someone else, maybe Mariana or Sylvia. Maybe you know the words.
Yes, sure, I can try.
Sure.
So to cook, would you say koken?
Ja, heel goed. Lekker koken.
Koken, okay. Eten.
Heel goed. Eten. To eat.
Then drinken.
All right, to drink, that's nice.
To buy is kopen. I know this, I remember it.
Kopen, yeah.
To sell is verkopen.
Verkopen, ja, heel goed. Similar.
And then I don't think I remember the rest.
Okay, the rest is to trade. So this one is maybe quite hard. Handelen, it's called handelen. Actually, hand means hand, so maybe it's easier to remember handelen, because usually when you trade, it goes from hand to hand, right? So handelen. And we can say, for example, ik handel in goud. Ik handel in goud. I trade in gold. And we have, and the last two, maybe we have someone that knows it. You can also use the chat box. So imagine you want to ask someone, how much do I need to pay, right, at the restaurant? So you can say betalen, that's the verb, to pay. You can ask, hoeveel moet ik betalen? Then we have two verbs. Or if you are with a friend, you can ask, betaal jij, do you pay? Betaal jij. Especially if you are with a Dutch friend, it's nice to know this word. Okay. And the last one, to order, also very important if you want, if you are at home and you don't want to go out. Bestellen. So you can say, ik wil pizza bestellen. Lekker, of een patat mayo, patat met, broodje kroket, bitterballen. Je kan heel veel dingen vinden. Je hebt bijvoorbeeld thuisbezorgd, is heel populair. Het is een website. It's a website actually. All right, so these were the verbs. So yeah, take your time to go through them. I try to minimalize it because I think it's better to know a bit less verbs, but to know how to use it, right? In daily life conversations. So now we go to a practical assignment. And yeah, I wonder if someone went maybe to the shop lately to just check a bit like, okay, how are those products in Dutch? So here it's an assignment that you can just make a list of some products that you maybe use in daily life. So do we have someone that did maybe the assignment? Or if you know some words, maybe. Think about vegetables, about fruits, maybe meat, cheese. We don't have anyone that wants to try this one. It's a useful one.
I made a mini list today for the
Yeah.
supermarket. I'm going afterwards. It's in English. Actually, no, it's in Greek. But
Okay.
I can, yeah, it's like 5 things, but I think I know how it's in Dutch. So maybe
Yeah,
I can
sure.
try.
You can share it with us. Sure.
So I have kaas, I suppose.
Yes, very important. Yeah.
Ham.
Mhm.
I have a butter.
Butter. Mhm.
I also have chocolate, and then would you say chocolade?
Mhm. Chocolade.
I have broodje,
Broodje. Mhm.
broodje, and then I have yogurt, but I don't know how would you say this in Dutch.
We have yogurt. Yogurt.
Yogurt, okay.
Yogurt. All right, that's a good bucket of like a grocery list. Yeah.
I just have an unhealthy item in the middle so it doesn't stick out in the middle.
But it's nice. It's actually a really cool assignment. I used to do it in Mexico, like just going to the store and just reading a bit the labels of the products, so you can learn a bit the products, right? So you know like how to ask, for example, how much it is for the apples or the tomatoes. So that you can make, for example, a sentence: Hoeveel kost de appels, right? How much are the apples? Or hoeveel kost boter? Then it's singular, right? And does someone knows how to ask maybe for a product? Imagine you're in Jumbo, Albert Heijn, or the market. You just want to know where a product is, right? So do we have someone that knows how to ask it? Start with waar. Waar. Where. So how would you ask, for example, where's the butter? Or where is the sugar? Okay, I'll help you out with this one. Waar is
Maybe, oh, sorry.
yeah, sure.
Maybe waar is het boter or
Where's the boter? Yeah.
waar is the boter?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. So it's nice when you go to the shop, then you can just say, for example, sorry, waar is the boter? And actually later you can just change boter by some other products, right? So you can ask, waar is de suiker? Sorry, waar is de suiker? That's also a nice way to practice a bit, right? Because usually they need to answer you, right? When you're in a supermarket, it's not that they will walk away, they will usually help you out, right? So it's a nice way to start some Dutch conversations. All right. So that was the shopping list. And here we have some small assignments about Dutch foods. I wonder if you know everything. So I'll just ask one by one what it is, okay? I think this one you need to know already. So what's the first one? You can write in the chat box. Wat is dat? Ja, heel goed. Kaas. Hollandse kaas. En wat is dat? Heb ik gisteren gegeten. You can use the chat box. Ja, natuurlijk, bitterballen. Ja. Heel erg populair, hè?
What
Bitterballen.
is that?
You don't know what it is, bitterballen?
No.
Oh, so actually they're kind of, how to explain, very crunchy meatballs, I think, right? I think there's meat or something inside. Not so good in cooking, but I guess there's some meat and it's very hot usually. So be careful when you take one and you bite it. So usually there's some kind of melted, meat, I think inside.
Yeah, it's not like
good, but also cheese.
a meatball. It doesn't have this consistency, but it's
Yeah.
like pieces of meat in a batter and then you fry them. So
Oh, you know it already. Oh, that's nice.
Sounds like
yes, of course, if
Yeah.
you live in the Netherlands, you need to know bitterbal.
That's true. That's true. I know how to eat them, but I never knew how to make them. So
But yes, you have to try it the first chance you get.
that's really cool. Yeah, but you need to be careful. When you take a bite, usually it's very hot from inside, so you need to take some time. Yeah, usually people try to eat one at the whole in one piece, and then usually it's too hot because it's like all melted inside. What Sophia said, it's I think because of the butter, right? And the meat is also kind of melted, so it's quite hot. And we have another very similar one. This one, who knows this one? Here under the bitterballen. You have in snack bars usually also this one. Ja, heel goed. Kroket, ja. And it's also popular to have a broodje kroket met mayo. So usually we say, or met, it's also okay to just say met. I would say it's very similar to the bitterballen, the taste. That's also a similar one. And the last one, who knows this one? You have it in Scheveningen, usually near the sea. Seagulls love it, usually, when you have it. They try to get it from you. I don't know if you can see it from the picture. It's fried. We eat it usually with fries, actually, in the Netherlands. Okay, do we have someone that knows it maybe, or should I give the answer? Maybe this one's a bit hard. Kibbeling. So actually, if you're in the Netherlands, you should try this one too, because I mean, we are surrounded by the sea, so it's also very popular. So it's actually fried fish, kibbeling. It's very nice with fries. All right, so that was a bit the fast food, and now we go more to the sweet things, or at least the most of them are sweet. So what's this one? We eat it in the Netherlands when it's the New Year's Eve. Kind of balls. It's bigger than bitterballen. In the winter, you will see people selling it on the street, actually. I think from November. I think you mean the sushis. Sushis are also very nice. You can buy it in the shop. It's kind of it's kind of it's a bit like ice cream with some dough over it. I'm not sure what they put it, but this one is actually oliebollen. They're kind of fried balls, actually. And they put some sugar on it. So it's also very, very cool. You will see it probably in, I think in November they start with it. There are even competitions. Okay, then we go to the next one. It's not always sweet. Usually people don't like it, but Dutch people love it. It's a great way, if you have someone new, you can scam them with it, because usually it's not very tasty. Yeah, dropjes, yeah. So do we have someone that likes drop? It's not very tasty, yeah. I love to scam my new friends, like when they came, for example, from Poland, to give them drop as a present. It's always funny. So it's very kind of, it's sometimes salty or a bit sour. Yeah, it's not very sweet. There are some that are sweet, but oh, I see Sylvia. Drop, it's actually, yeah, it's kind of candy, but it's not very sweet. So
It's licorice. How's it
liquors,
pronounced?
yeah, liquors, yeah.
Licorice, yeah, that's black. I don't know if it's a plant or how do they make it, but
I know it's from a plant, and some people even say that it's healthy, actually.
yes, it
Yeah.
tastes like something you would eat if you had a cough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. It's almost like a medicine, but
Yeah.
people say that sometimes it was used as a medicine to keep yourself healthy. All right, so those you can find, I guess, even in the pharmacy sometimes, or in some shops, and in every big supermarket. It's really cool. When you go maybe tonight or tomorrow to the shop, then you can spot them for sure. Oké, dan gaan we nu naar deze. Dat is lekker. Dat is super lekker.
Stroopwafels.
Ja, heel goed. Stroopwafels. Ze zijn lekker warm. They're very nice when they are warm. They sell it usually in the center of the city. There are some small street, kind of street food truck, and they sell it like warm. So that's really nice. And you can buy them also in the supermarket. All right, and the last one, I mean, especially those things, the small cookies. Maybe if you didn't, you weren't during the St. Nicholas when they celebrated, then maybe you don't know it, but in November it will also arrive in the shops. I'll give you this one. So it's actually pepernoten. So there are actually small cookies, and Dutch people celebrate St. Nicholas, and kids usually get those. And also the chocolate letter, this one. All right, that's a bit about the candy. Maybe if you know some other things, you can always share it in the chat box, because there's of course more. And now we go and do some grammar. So actually, yeah, because during it's a short course, so we don't do much grammar, but I'll give you just some preview of it. So it's about the past tense. So we had the present tense, and here you can see a system for the past tense. So when we have werken, for example, to work, right? So if you want to say I worked, we say ik werkte. So what happens is actually that we remove an, goes here from off. So the last letter, it's a K, right? And then we add TE or DE. And I'll explain you later how to choose which one. Then we have jij werkte, the same happens. This goes off, and we add TE or DE. Hij, zij, het, u werkte, the same. Jullie werkten, wij werkten. Jullie werkten and zij werkte, it's plural, so we just, we remove the an, then we add ten or den with the n, okay, because there are more people. So we have a sentence, for example, ik werkte vandaag thuis. I worked today at home. Okay, so thuis means at home. And huis, it means just house. All right, so that's a bit the system. It's nice because for all the regular verbs, you can just use it for the past tense. But of course, you want to know, yeah, when to put the TE and when to put the DE at the end, right? So we have a method for that. It's called soft ketchup. Try to remember it. Think about a tomato, right? Or ketchup in your fridge. So I'll write it down in the chat box. So actually, we use the soft ketchup methods, yeah, to make the past time, and especially when we have a verb like werken, we remove first the an, right? So you can see it's werk. That's correct, right? Because we remove this one. So the last letter, it's a K. So what we do is we check for the letter in the soft ketchup, letter combination. Do we have the letter K? You can type in the chat box, ja of nee. Do we have it or not? Ja of nee? So this letter. So you need to check if it's here inside. Ja, heel goed, Tara. We hebben het here. So in this situation, when we have a letter inside the combination, we choose TE instead of DE. Okay, so that's important to know. And Dutch people learn it also for especially yeah, for the grammar. So here we have ik werkte because we have one person and we remove the an. Last letter it's a K, werk. So you add TE. Ik werkte. And we can also add the N at the end, but only when there are more people. Wij werkten. All right, so I go a bit back. So that's the system. Ik werkte, AN goes off. We check the letter. Is it in the soft ketchup? Yes, so we choose for this one. Werkte, jij werkte, it's the same. Hij, zij, het, u werkte, the same. And then wij werkten, jullie werkten, zij werkten. Actually, we just put the N only at the end to make it simple. All right, so I can understand maybe it's a bit confusing in the beginning because it's quite hard, and even some Dutch people have problems with how if they should write TE or DAE at the end. So with speaking, usually it goes well, but with writing, not always. So here we see some other examples. So we have koken, to cook. So again, right, it's ik kook, AN goes off, right? We put another O for the pronunciation. So it's ik kook. So we have the letter K in the soft ketchup, so we choose for TE. So it's ik kookte. Jij kookte. So it's in the past tense, right? Gisteren kookte ik. Hij, zij, het, u kookte. Wij kookten vorige week. Jullie kookten vorige vakantie. Zij kookten gisteren. All right? So here we have ik kookte vandaag eten. I cooked today food. And I give another example. We have bestellen, to order, right? We had this one. So what happens? AN goes off. Bestel. Then we check the last letter, L. Do we have L in the soft ketchup? Ja of nee? The letter L. Ja of nee? So this one remove, and then we check, do we have this one in the soft ketchup? Soft, let's check. S-O-F-T, ketchup. We don't have it in this case. So if we don't have it, then we use DE, okay? So if it's not in the soft ketchup combination, then we add the DE. So it's ik bestelde. AN goes off, letter L, not in the soft ketchup, so we choose for DE. Ik bestelde, jij bestelde. Hij, zij, het, u bestelde. Wij bestelden. jullie bestelden en zij bestelden. All right, so when there are more people, we add the letter N at the end. So when it's Jan and Sarah, then it's bestelden pizza. And otherwise it's Tom bestelde pizza. All right. So here we have a sentence. Hij bestelde eergisteren pizza. That's he ordered the day before yesterday pizza. Okay. So I can understand it can be quite complicated sometimes, the Dutch grammar, especially the past tense. But we have here some assignments. Later, if you want to continue with the Dutch lessons, you can just email me. I will also discuss it during the last lesson. So then we focus more on the grammar, actually. So yeah, who wants to try the first sentence? It's to cook. You can write in the chat box or you can use the microphone. It's up to you. So we have to cook. To cook, it's in Dutch koken, right? So then we need to put it in the right form. We have ik, and then it's in the past tense. Ik koken vorige week, bijna, almost right. It's a good try. Let me check. So it's ik kook, right? Ik kook, because the whole verb is koken, to cook. So first what we do, we remove the an. So then it's kook. We add another letter because of the pronunciation. And then we add te at the end. Ik kookte, because the letter K is not in the soft ketchup, right? Or it is, sorry, it is. So that's why we add the te. When it isn't, then we add de. Okay, so now the next one, but it's a good try because this one is very hard actually, this assignment. So what's the second one? To order. I'll give you also the Dutch word. So usually I do those assignments when I have students on a higher level, so don't feel bad about doing it wrong. Just go for it. Actually, it's a bit like between A1 and A2 level. So to order. So how would you say I ordered pizza yesterday? Because someone asks maybe, right? Dutch friend. So we have bestellen. So what happens in this case? First we remove the n. So it's bestel. Wij bestel. Oh, that's almost right. Wij bestelde. Oh, that's close. Yeah, very close. Wij bestel. But when it's plural, what do we need to put at the end? Usually in the Netherlands, the Dutch language. I'll give you more time to put it the right form. Maybe all together. Ja, heel goed. So that's really a good one actually, this one, but only with one L in this case. So it's wij bestelden gisteren eten. Because yeah, we just remove one L, but that was a tricky one actually. But that's good, yeah, because bestellen, an goes off. So then we have the letter L. It's not in soft ketchup. So it's bestelden, because there are more people. If it's only me, right, then I can say ik bestelde. Wij bestelden. All right, so gisteren, or you can say ik bestelde gisteren pizza. Or wij bestelden gisteren sushi, right? Okay, and now we go to the other one, to trade. That's actually handelen, hard word. So how would you say, how would you translate the sentence? It's actually vorig jaar, the previous year. And then we have in gold, okay? So it's to trade, handelen. Hij zij handel. Ja, heel goed. Het is eigenlijk goed. Zij handelde. That's correct. That's really nice. Only here we have hij in this case, okay? So then it's hij handelde. But actually you can say hij handelde, zij handelde. So she traded. But when it's plural, zij, right? Because zij means also they. Right, you can say zij handelden in goud. That's right. Okay, I can see that I can understand it, how it works, the soft ketchup. So that's good. Okay, so now we have the last one. We have to pay for something. Zij. So here we can or use it in plural when we talk about they, or if it's she, then it's singular. So you're free with it. Betaal, yeah, almost all right. Betaalde or betaalden. So it's more like that. Almost this one. Only one e goes here also. A, sorry, one A. Zij betaalde or zij betaalden. That's just for the pronunciation, actually. All right, so that was the past tense, some preview. So if you are interested later during the second course, we will have it more about it. So maybe any questions about the past tense before we go further? So that's actually a method, soft ketchup, right? We pick up the letters. So when we have a letter inside, it's TE or TEN. If not, then it's DE or DEN. And here it's the system. So it's only for regular verbs, okay? Because we have also some exceptions, unfortunately, but for now we just focus on the regular verbs. So you can use it for werken, for bouwen, for koken, betalen, bestellen, right? Then you know how to put it in the past tense. So if you do something yesterday. Okay, so now we go a bit to the travel section. Reizen in Nederland. Ik hoop dat jullie van reizen houden. Maar ik denk het wel als jullie hier zijn. Dus een vraag aan jullie allemaal. Waar ben je in Nederland geweest? So you can put it in the chat box. Where have you been in the Netherlands? I'm really curious, actually. Welke mooie plekken heb je gezien? Okay, Sylvia, so you have never been yet in the Netherlands, but you speak quite well Dutch, so. One day soon, okay, all right.
I just came here 2 days ago for the first time.
Ah, okay, so you're also like quite new in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
but that's great. You have a lot to see. I see from Sophia also Giethoorn. That's actually on the picture, so that's also for that I recommend it, especially now when it's nice weather still. there's actually a place that you can just rent a boat and you can just go with the boat and do some sailing. And there are a lot of small houses and a lot of nature around. That's cool. Further, we have Amsterdam. It's very popular. I would call it a bit a country in a country. It's very international. It's very crowded also. It's more like a party city. It's also the capital of the Netherlands. We have Den Haag. That's actually I'm here now in The Hague. It's the political city. There's a nice beach called Scheveningen. Also cool if you like paddleboarding, surfing, kiteboarding. You can do bungee jumping there also, so it's quite nice. Some cool activities. Maastricht, we have it also. I've been only one time in Maastricht. But I think someone was, I think Sophia, right? You're in Maastricht now? I don't know if you can
yes.
hear me.
Yeah, I am
Sophia?
from-
Yeah?
Yes, I'm the connector from the student hotel.
Mm-hmm. What do you recommend in Maastricht for us when we want to visit it?
Well, I think what is super nice in Maastricht is that it has the river, the Maas, and it's a bit different than the standard canals you can see in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So you can visit the Maas, of course, come at the student hotel. We have a lovely rooftop bar as well, Bold. It's super nice.
Cool. That's nice.
But yes, I really like Maastricht. There are a lot of parks. It's super nice. I've also been to The Hague, but I've never been to the student hotel in The Hague. I've been.
That's also cool. I also recommend.
Yeah, I've been in the student hotel Amsterdam City where Jill is, I think. And yeah, student hotel Rotterdam. There are a lot of nice cities here. So if you visit wherever you choose to go, I think it's super nice.
That's true. You're 100% right with it. Oh, I think I might need to plug in my charger. Okay. So yeah, also Rotterdam, for example, it's kind of the port of Europe. It's like a logistics center, so you will find a lot of fabrics, also a lot of companies. So also it's yeah, it's interesting to see if you are especially interested in architecture. Rotterdam is also cool. And yeah, further, what do we have more? We have Leiden. It's more a student city also. We have a lot of universities. We have Delft. You have the Dutch pottery. It's very popular. Delft's Blauw. It's also cool. We have Texel. It's actually an island. We have also islands in the Netherlands, so it's also cool to visit it. But yeah, actually, I wrote like a travel guide about the Netherlands. So if you feel like I want to go with the train and explore it, I really recommend it. Later, the last slides, you can see it. So yeah, what do you want to see? So I think some of you haven't been in the Netherlands or just maybe a couple of days. What would you like to see? Wat wil je zien? Can be cities or something like maybe a building. Wat willen jullie zien? Wat denken jullie dat leuk is om te zien? Maybe before your travel to the Netherlands, you read some blog posts and saw some things that you're thinking like, ah, cool, I would like to see that. Maybe I can come up also with something. So we have Ameland, yeah. Actually, that's also very nice to see. Can you maybe tell more about Ameland, what you would like to see there?
I have a friend that went to Ameland for holidays. It's a small island close to the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So what you can do is go with a small trailer house and then park it on the sand and yeah, surrounded by the sea. It's super nice. It's very cold. The sea is very cold.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah.
But yeah, my friend told me it's a very nice island to visit.
Oh, that's nice. I've never been there, to be honest. Only Texel, actually.
oh,
But my friends also went there, so still need to see it. Being tourist in my own country, it's also cool. Okay, yeah, wat willen jullie doen? So that's actually Texel, this place. You have a lot of nature there. So what's like on your bucket list of things that you want to do? Maybe a sport, maybe something with music, arts, or a museum that you want to see. You can just use the chat box. I'm sure someone has some cool ideas. So what will you do means what do you want to do in the Netherlands? Van Gogh Museum. Oh ja, dat is heel populair. Hè? Onze Nederlandse kunstenaar. Van Gogh. Ga naar Koningsdag. Ja, naar Koningsdag is heel leuk. So it's actually King's Day. Usually you can sell your furniture from home, like your stuff that you don't use. And you don't need to pay taxes over it. Everyone puts their stuff on the street and people walk and in orange clothes celebrate it, and people make their own homemade food, and you're allowed to sell things on the street. It's like a bit a trade day. And the night before, usually we have a huge party, so everyone is like celebrating in the city, almost like a New Year's Eve. So it's really huge, but yeah, because of the COVID, it was this year, I think it was wasn't allowed to do it. So okay, so that's Koningsdag. Okay, so here now we have some words that you can practice with. So you can repeat after me, okay? So we have it about transportation. So you can just repeat at home. You can also, yeah, you have your microphone turned off, so don't worry, no one will hear it, so you can just try it to pronounce it. So there we go. De trein. De trein. De tram. De tram. All right, so that's more inside the city, and the train is more between the cities. De bus. De bus. De auto. De auto. De taxi. De taxi. You can say, ik wil een taxi bestellen. I would like to order a taxi. So if you are lost, you can always use this sentence. Ik wil een taxi bestellen. Het vliegtuig. Actually, I used to fly a lot in Europe with Wizz Air. I'm not sure how it's now, but I used to fly for like 10 euro for a one-way ticket if you buy tickets in France. So it's quite cool, actually. So I recommend it if you're especially from out of Europe. Wizz Air is quite a cheap airline if you want maybe to go to some countries nearby. To France is quite nearby, Germany, Belgium. We have the fiets. The fiets. It's very popular to use the bicycle in the Netherlands. All right, so these were some words about the transportation, and now we go more to the holidays. And yeah, I can understand, especially in the winter months, when you're in the Netherlands, it can be cold, it can be rainy. So maybe you sometimes feel like going to a more tropical country, or maybe you prefer snow, who knows. So yeah, waar wil je op vakantie gaan? You can name, you can come up with some countries. So you can use the chat box. Can be also your home country. Waar wil je op vakantie? Dat ziet er een beetje uit als Thailand, denk ik. Het plaatje. Met het aapje. Ik ga eentje voor jullie invullen. Mexico, bijvoorbeeld. En waar willen jullie gaan? Je kan de chatbox gebruiken. You can use de chatbox. Hawaii, heerlijk. Voor het surfen, heel goed. Ja, ik wens het. Italië, heerlijk. Ik heb daar vaak gesnowboard in de Dolomieten. Superleuk. I still need to see Rome. Okay, wat hebben we nog meer? You're welcome. Oh, thank you very much. I would love to see it. I still need to visit Rome. I think I have there like I have one friend there. Ierland, ja. Oh ja, daar ben ik ook geweest. Ierland. Right like this, Ierland. Oké, nog andere landen? Even kijken hoor. Ik wil nog naar Egypte, naar Japan, lijkt me tof. Indonesië. USA, actually USA, we say Verenigde Staten or VS. Okay, so this is actually a bit the same question. What is jouw droomreis? So what's really like kind of your dream where you would like to go, right? So hopefully it's Netherlands because you're here. I mean, we have a lot of things in the Netherlands, but I can understand in the rainy season, maybe it's nice to go sometimes on holidays. So yeah, I usually escape, I went to Mexico, Thailand, Colombia, Costa Rica, Canarische Eilanden. There's actually a lot to choose from. So here you can see some pictures from my travels. Okay, thank you. Maar ja, wat is jouw bucket list? So imagine you want to pack your suitcases and you want to go somewhere on holidays for a week or longer. What's your bucket list? What would you like to do there on arrival? It's always nice to plan some activities. So it's an assignment, so you can just drop some ideas in the chat box. Think about sport, music, so maybe water activities, something in the nature. Oh yeah, the wild elephants in Thailand. Oh, that's really cool actually to see that. We have actually Koh Chang. I had my internship there. It's called the Elephant Island. I was there like 4 months. There you can there you have elephant farms. So it's really cool to see it. We call it wilde olifanten. Oh, lekker surfen. Ja, je kan in Nederland kan je ook surfen in Scheveningen. Usually it's around €10 for, I guess, 1.5 hours, something like that. We have Hard Beach. So you can do it also in the Netherlands, but if you want to go abroad, I recommend Tenerife, Costa Rica, it's great for surfing, Hawaii, of course, Morocco. Marokko, wat hebben we nog meer? Ja, Mexico is ook oké. Let's say swimming and hiking. Lekker zwemmen en wandelen. Heerlijk. Oké, dus we hebben nog heel veel verschillende dingen. Oké, dus onthoud je dingen. Dan kan je een beetje denken aan een land. Dus als je bijvoorbeeld surfen leuk vindt, dan kan je bijvoorbeeld naar Tenerife. Of je kan in Nederland ook. Als je van stroopwafels houdt, natuurlijk Nederland. Maar als je drop niet lekker vindt, dan kan je beter in een ander land eten. Dus dat ligt eraan. So it depends where you go. Oké, en hoe ga je op reis? How do you prefer to travel? So what's the first one? We had it before. You can use the chat box. This one is very popular in the Netherlands, actually. Ja, heel goed. De trein. En wat is deze? Je hebt een rijbewijs voor nodig. Een driving license. Ja, de auto. En wat is dat? Lekker snel. Het is het vliegtuig. Het vliegtuig. Dus lekker vliegen met het vliegtuig. En de laatste. Hier zijn meer antwoorden goed. Here are more answers, right? Yeah, the bus or a camper van can be also. All right. So, okay, so you have your dream destination, you have your bucket list, right? So you know what to do there. But then you need also to prepare yourself, right? To pack your items with you. So here we have some words. I will just read it for you and can repeat after me, okay? Later it will be also homework, so you can choose your own stuff you want to pack. So the first one is tijdschrift. Fotocamera. So please repeat after me. Paspoort. Tandenborstel. En zonnebril. So tijdschrift, it's actually a magazine. Fotocamera, it's a photo camera. Paspoort, passport. Tandenborstel, it's like a toothbrush. Zonnebril, sunglasses. Now we go to the other side. Handdoek. Medicijnen. Een bal. Zonnebrandcrème. En zeep. So handdoek is actually a towel. Medicijnen, medicine. So always when you travel with the plane, it's important to have like a prescription, right? In some countries. Ball, it's like a ball. So you can play on the beach. Zonnebrandcrème, it's actually a sunscreen protection. Zeep, soap. Okay. So later for homework, you can also pick up your own, make your own travel packing list. All right, so that was the vocabulary, and now we go to practice some dialogues. So we start first with travel and later with culture. So now I hope someone wants to be the first character. So who wants to be the character that goes on holidays? Who likes to go on holidays? I think that's almost for everyone, huh? Let's call the person Mark. Who wants to be Mark? Show you a bit of dialogue in front. It will be a big adventure for Mark, so it's a funny dialogue. Okay, Sophia. So we have Mark. Sophia will be Mark. And who wants to be the other characters? So the pilot and the person working in the student hotel.
I can do it.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, Sophia, you can start.
Ik ga op vakantie.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Ben je klaar voor de reis? Hallo, hoe kan ik u helpen?
Ik wil graag op vakantie.
Waar wilt u op vakantie?
Ik wil graag naar Spanje.
Naar Spanje.
Ah,
Spanje.
Spanje.
Spanje. It's Spain, actually.
Hoeveel kost een vliegticket?
Het wordt 80. Oh, how do you say it in Dutch?
80.
Oh.
80, but it's hard one. 80.
80 euro voor een retourtje.
So actually, a retourtje means like a return ticket, but it's a bit in slang. Say, ja, doe maar een retourtje. Oh, just a return ticket.
Kan ik ook een hotel boeken?
Ja, natuurlijk. U kunt in de studenthotel overnachten. Alsjeblieft, en ik wens u een fijne reis.
Bedankt, dat is perfect. Dat is perfect.
Ja.
Nu is het tijd om het hotel te ontdekken.
Ontdekken means like to discover something, right?
Dat wordt mijn beste vakantie.
All right, heel goed. Ziet er leuk uit, het zwembad. Ja. Okay, then we go to the next dialogue. So who wants to try the next one? We have Sarah and we have Marijn. So this is Sarah and this is Marijn. So who wants to be Sarah? Show you a bit the dialogues in front. It's not a long one, this one.
Tara, I see you thinking about it. Would you like to try?
I can't really pronounce anything, like, I think it's hard.
It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. It's just for the practice. So it's really good actually to try. Even if you don't know a word Dutch, it's fine. You can just read it your own way, and we will just correct it.
Okay, I'll do one.
So maybe you can be Sarah, right? So you go, for example, I think it's in hotel or at the I think it's the information desk. And who wants to be Marijn? Maybe, let me check who we have in the chat. Maybe Sylvia, do you want to try? Are you available, Sylvia? Would you like to try? Or you prefer to listen to others? Okay, sure, no worries. Okay, so maybe this time I will just try, okay? I will be then Marijn. Okay, see Sylvia is still copying the dialogues. Okay, no worries, sure. So Tara, yeah, you can start with the first dialogue.
Hi, is this?
Hoi.
Hoi, ik ben Tara. Or is that
Ja,
sorry?
heel goed. Hey, ik ben Igor.
Okay, so be hoi, ik ben Sarah. Okay. Hoe is het?
Mhm. Goed. En met jou?
Prima. Heb je een kaart?
Heb je een kaart? That's alright. Natuurlijk.
Hoeveel kost een train ticket?
Yeah, that's really good pronunciation actually. Hoeveel kost een treinticket? It's 100%, right? Waar wil je naartoe?
Yeah, sorry, I was moving this. Ik wil een retour naar Rotterdam.
Van retour of retourtjes, that's both actually alright. Naar Rotterdam. Het kost €6,50.
Waar is het station?
Station. In het centrum.
Bedankt.
Bedankt. Fijne dag. All right. That went well, I think, right? That's actually really good pronunciation. I mean, you're only a couple of days, right, in the Netherlands?
Yeah.
That's really good, actually. That's nice. So you can also later practice a bit, so I think you will learn Dutch in no time. Oké, dan gaan we nu. Hebben wij het hotel. So how to rent a room. So who wants to do this dialogue? Oh, sorry. Maybe let me check. Maybe Sophia and Joe. Do you want to try again?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So who of you wants to be the first character?
I can do it.
Okay, all right.
Ik wil een kamer voor één persoon.
Heb je een reservering?
Nee. Hoeveel kost een privékamer?
Is het 20 euro?
€20, ja.
20 euro.
All right.
Hoeveel kost een slaapzaal?
10 euro.
Ik wil graag een privékamer.
Hier zijn de sleutels.
Hoe laat kan ik uitchecken?
How would you say that?
This is 12.
Om 12 uur in de middag.
It's red 12. It's a bit the pronunciation, write it down.
12. 12.
12.
Mag ik een handdoek?
Natuurlijk.
Hoe laat is het ontbijt?
Om 9 uur in de ochtend.
Waar is de wasseret?
Rechts bij het toilet.
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 Write like this. Or you can say wc. It's also wc. We say it a bit like this. Wc.
Bedankt voor die informatie.
Alsjeblieft, mevrouw.
Oké, heel goed. Jullie kennen het hotel heel goed, zie ik.
Yes, if the numbers are under 10, then I can also tell them.
Yeah, that's good to know. Like a bit the basic numbers, also with the prices, or like if you want to count something, right? Okay, so I think yeah, I mean with the numbers, I didn't really put it in the PowerPoint, but I think yeah, I mean I can use it for the next slide, or do you think it's not necessary? So just let me know in the chat box if someone wants the numbers, so I can also put it in the PowerPoint. Usually on Google you can find it fast. Okay, see it's almost time, but we have some dialogues left. So this one we will just, I will leave it, that's just for yourself to learn the vocabulary. If you don't know the pronunciation, you can always copy the word and just paste it in Google Translator. So then you get the right translation. So you know the pronunciation and the translation of it. And we have some more dialogues even, I put a lot. So who wants to try this one?
I'll do it.
Yeah, sure. So you can start.
Ik wil graag een fiets huren.
Heel goed. Ik wil graag een fiets huren. So especially the G in the Netherlands, we pronounce very like from our throat, but it takes at least some months to learn it, because it's very, very hard actually. Prima.
Hoeveel kost het?
Het kost €10 per dag.
Is er studentenkorting? Korting?
Korting. Yeah, that's the perfect pronunciation. Voor studenten is het gratis. So it's nice to know this one, studentenkorting, because usually you can get like a discount, right? Especially on Thursday. So it's good to remember, donderdag, it's studentenavond. And on studentenavond, usually you have at bars a lot of discounts.
Super, ik wil het graag huren.
Graag huren. So this one we make a bit longer. Huren. Top.
Bedankt.
Alsjeblieft. Okay, heel goed. Heel goed, Tara. You now know how to rent a bicycle in the Netherlands, right? Because there's actually a way to go in the Netherlands. Everyone is using a bicycle.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And I think that's the last dialogue. Let me check. Yeah, that's the last one. So we can do this one very fast. So who wants to do this dialogue?
I can do it.
Sure. So let me check. So you can start here. And who wants to be the person that sells the clothes?
I can also do it.
Okay, perfect. So Jill, you can start.
Hoi, mag ik het passen?
Natuurlijk, mevrouw.
Waar is de paskamer?
Links bij de lift.
Hoeveel kost deze t-shirt?
Het kost €5.
€5.
Is er korting?
Nee, sorry.
Ik ben student, is €3 goed?
€3 is prima.
It's always good to bargain, right?
Kan je €50 wisselen?
Natuurlijk.
Fijne dag.
Dankjewel. Jij ook.
Heel mooi, heel mooi. Zo, dankjewel allebei, heel goed gedaan. So actually, yeah, those dialogues, it's actually a really good assignment to practice it before maybe going to the shopping center, so you know some basic words and you can start slowly, right? I mean, in the beginning, it's normal to learn first, hello, thank you, and later you can try maybe ask some questions. So they're usually baby steps, right? But especially with this ones, yeah, if someone doesn't have access to the learner portal, you can email me. And you have also that on recording, and you can watch back the PowerPoint. You can just even, yeah, you can practice with it, right, before going to the shop. So those assignments are really nice to learn the dialogues. So yeah, I see it's almost time. So we will just skip the Dutch quiz and we just leave it actually for the next lesson, okay? So we do it during the homework assignment. So you can just read it through it if you want to. So that will be interactive for the next lesson. You can see some vocabulary about the culture. And this is the homework for the next lesson. So you will prepare your trip actually to a foreign country. So you can make a bucket list, a list of what you will take with you, and how much your trip will cost. So you can also feel free to ask me any questions about travel, because I love to travel. I've been like now, was actually a 1.5 year like on the road, nomadic. So if you are interested in travel, feel free to ask it in Dutch, of course. So we can still do it the next lesson. And yeah, if you like to explore some nice places in the Netherlands, you can check this link out. And there's also like a discount code for the TSH students. And yeah, that was it for today. So I give the word to Sophia.
Thank you very much, Igor, and thank you everyone for participating. I want to share that if you're not staying with us, you can book a room through our website, or you can have a virtual tour. I will send you the links for this. Also, remember to register for the next course. Let me paste the links in the chat. Yep, everything you need is in the chat. Please also feel free to share feedback, questions you might have, and or else we can see you next week if you don't have any questions. But thank you all for joining, and of course, thank you, Igor, for all the nice things you teach us.
Thank you very much for making it possible.
Fijne dag.
Thank you.
allemaal.
Fijne dag. Fijne avond.
Fijne avond.
Dankjewel allemaal. Fijne avond allemaal. En laat me weten als jullie vragen hebben. Jullie kunnen me ook altijd mailen. And you can always email me. And if you want to have access to the learner portals, you can also send an email. Or if you have any questions. I see the language is quite hard for Sylvie. I mean, it's not only for you. In general, the Dutch language is one of the hardest, especially with the grammar, but it takes time. So especially the dialogue simulations are nice, the ones with the characters, right? So I recommend to practice it. Maybe knowing German is better. It's actually a similar language because the Dutch language is a mix of German, English, and French language. So yeah, there are some words that are very similar. Like in Dutch, we say ik ben. In German, ich bin. So it's similar.
Maybe Jill can teach German after.
Yeah, Jody, she can speak German, so that's cool. I only know some very basic words.
Okay, thank you, Igor. I have to go, unfortunately, but thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.